nothing left for me now.
Seems the Outland brothers were arguing. It is still hard to believe we will never see the Citadel again. The disaster may be behind us now, but we think... Oh,
The work never ends.
I have not seen my sister in days.
Your assistance with the Phantom
Pray
was
nothing has happened to
Jinan.
her.
Guide your steps. Many thanks for your assistance. We need every spare hand. Spare Jinan. Guide your steps.
I feel a weight off my shoulders.
If you do not
but
need
there is
medical
still
assistance,
much work to do. For one, I need to tell
If you do not
Vasily's
need medical
mother
assistance,
her
please
son is
let
not
me see what I am dealing with.
just an apprentice.
I do not see any major issues here. Good. Saves me some supplies. Please, only purchase what you need. All must serve.
You've been busy, Harbinger. You're practically an oracle to have connected the dots so quickly. Even I did not expect you to make it so far, so fast. But before you proceed into that room, I must ask, do you have the proof you need? Is it solid? Yes. My intel says you came back with a slate in hand. I imagine the contents of which are incriminating. So let us speak frankly for a moment, if we may. I've been thinking about the events of the past few days, and I have some thoughts. The speed at which things have unraveled, it makes me wonder how much of this outcome has been orchestrated. Of course, I am not denying my role in all this. Yes, I approved to have the supplies rerouted. And yes, I ordered that they be directed to the zealots. But the murders, the violence, these were not directives I had ordered. If I am guilty of anything, it's being a rubber stamp. I admit that I was presented an opportunity and took advantage of it. A handful of supply shipments are a meager exchange for an entire clan of allies. United with House Malin, we can rebuild Dazra as the industrial and military force it was during the Serpent's Crusade. Which is why I ask that you listen to my proposal. Let me go. Allow me to continue my efforts discreetly for the betterment of House Va'ruun. We'll have to burn that location regardless. I imagine Tavina has likely sent her inquisitors to clear the place anyway. I trust you'll understand if I don't reveal the location of their next hideout. You disappoint me, convert. Why should I willingly confess and ensure my death I'd much rather argue my case in front of my peers. I don't know what evidence you've gathered, but without anything concrete, it's your word against mine. We shall see which one carries more weight.
Thank you all for coming. I think we can all agree that the charges for this crime are quite serious. Theft of supplies, aiding the Zealots, and the murder of my cousin. Which is why it comes with great shock that evidence points to a member of House Kadik as the thief.
Based on what evidence? House Kadik does not deal in trade. Your house does.
I would not be making this claim without sufficient cause, nor is House Dulkef the bearer of this information. Harbinger, the floor is yours. This slate lists you by name, Envoy. What do you have to say for yourself?
Is this what you called me to your office for, Kisrani? This is an absolute disgrace to your department.
You haven't answered my question, Mujin.
Nor should I have to. A single slate, which I might add is likely fabricated, is not enough to prove anything.
Is that so, Mujin? Or do you deny the words you yourself wrote?
I absolutely deny it. My computer has obviously been tampered with. This is clearly not enough evidence to even consider me a suspect.
Oh, you didn't know. We have piles of evidence, ship departure records, signatures, the works. And of course the kicker, Kisrani's would-be assassin.
Security has identified him as Okim Kadik.
Well, that's your ward, Mujin.
In fact, if I were you, Envoy, I would think long and hard about submitting to the Guard peacefully. Given the severity of your crimes, the Captain has the authority to do it by force.
I will cooperate, but this is by no means an admission. And make no mistake, the three of you will pay for this insult.
Make all the threats you want, Envoy. My decision is made. Guard, take him away.
As you command, Executor.
I appreciate you backing me up on this one. Warden Vithal had brought some evidence linking Mujin to the crime, but it's your evidence that makes me feel confident we can convict. All told, I'm extremely grateful. Ukaru was family, and I would not have been able to rest if I knew the thief had not been brought to justice. My thanks are yours. You had no personal stake in solving my cousin's murder, yet you did so with diligence and aplomb. For that, you will be well rewarded.
I've also handed over everything we have at House Vital regarding the case. Who knows what other crimes we can uncover while poring over the evidence.
I'll take this up with the captain of the guard. After that, our part in all of this is done. Jinan grace you for taking on this investigation. You've done a great service for House Varun and for Dazra. And on a personal note, I want to extend my gratitude for avenging my cousin's murder. With the accident and all that's going on, I haven't really had time to grieve, but closing this case might help me start that process. So for that, I thank you. Back to the world of spreadsheets and tables. To be fair, I love a good spreadsheet.
Is it urgent or can it wait?
Will I ever see my family again?
We have displeased the Great Serpent, so do not agitate.
I do not want any trouble. You are the one who spoke with Nasko Varun. And you wish to speak with me. You misunderstand. No one in Dazra speaks with me, or even acknowledges my existence. If they do, it is with scorn. And yet, here you are, speaking with me as if I were a person. Which begs the question, what do you want with me? Who sent you? If that is true, we should continue this conversation elsewhere. Meet me at my shack outside of Dazra. You cannot miss it. Good. I look forward to having a real conversation. First one in months. my shack outside of the city. You cannot miss it. Come, please, sit with me, so that we may continue our prior conversation. Thank you. I am not very accustomed to having discussions. At least not yet. I used to simply give demands, orders, ultimatums. And old habits die hard. Tell me, does the name Kozlov mean anything to you? Many people who heard that name do not live long enough to hear it again. Kozlov is what those in Dazra would refer to as a zealot. A brutal, sadistic one at that. His love of violence has eclipsed any supposed dedication to the Serpent's crusade. He kills simply because he enjoys it. And I was his right-hand man. 3 months ago, I gave up that life, swearing to never go back. Well, how long is it supposed to take? If I had given that life up 5 years ago, would that make a difference to you? All I want is a new start. To forget who I was, what I have done. When you become haunted by the ghosts of countless dead, people who have died violently by your hand, you begin to worry about what awaits you on the other side. It is not as simple as that. The people of Dazra do not trust me. I am exiled, doomed to spend the rest of my life in this shack, waiting for Kozlov to eventually come for me. There is only one way to truly move on. Kozlov and his zealots have taken refuge on Verun Kai. They will come for me in time when I least suspect it, and I will not stand a chance against them alone. Which is why you and I will strike first. and wipe them out. Together, we may stand a chance. With Kozlov and his zealots made dust by our hands, the people of Dazra will see that I truly am reformed, and I can finally begin my life anew. Good! Yes! You are doing a good thing. We both are. Now, meet me at this location as soon as you are able. Be prepared for a fight. All right. He never did. When I approached him about my newfound crisis of conscience, he kept me under constant surveillance. One night, when the others were asleep, I fought my guards and barely escaped. Of course not. I am not sure of anything. But I have no other options. Once I do this, there is no going back. This will be seen by zealots as an act of blatant heresy. There will be no chance of reconciliation, and I will become a dead man walking to them. If that does not convince the people of Dazra of my conviction, my earnestness in leaving that life behind, then nothing will. My belief in the Great Serpent has not changed, but my commitment to the Serpent's crusade is no more. I have meditated on this for quite some time, but I believe that the Great Serpent afflicted me with guilt as punishment for straying from the Serpent's crusade. I was following Kozlov, not him, but from that guilt came a reckoning for my past actions, and I have lost the will to continue the crusade. I suppose now I am an accursed myself. Politics, fear, even hope. It is a complicated subject. In case you are unaware, the people you know as Zealots were once House Malin, one of the noble houses in Dazra. Opinions of Zealots vary in Dazra. Most are distrusting and fearful, but others are sympathetic. And I am sure some even hope that one day House Malin will return to Dazra. To some, violently removing a zealot could be seen as raising a hand against a noble house. As I said, it is a complicated subject. Much easier to just ignore me and hope the problem goes away. On your way, then.
My doubt. One wrong move and I called the guards outside. Here.
Cannot remember the last time I had a day off.
I've already been put on another job.